Hey everybody, Matt Rosenthal, CEO of Mindcore Technologies. Today I want to share with you 6 critical ways that you can prepare for a meeting. The reason I want to do this is because I had an experience actually a few weeks ago where I attended a meeting, and this does happen frequently. I attended a meeting and it seemed to me that other people in the meeting didn't put much thought and much preparation into the meeting. They kind of came and they were winging it, and we were talking about things that required research and required you to have some idea of what you were talking about, and it didn't really go that way. So as a result, I thought to myself, wow, let me put something out there just to remind everybody either that doesn't know the basics of what you should do to be prepared for a meeting, or you do know and maybe you just need a quick reminder because you don't want to be that person who's coming who's unprepared. So look, the first thing is you want to make sure that you come and you're presenting yourself as a professional. So what does that start with? It starts with the way that you are dressed. It starts with the way that you are speaking about the topic. Are you knowledgeable? Are you not knowledgeable? And do you just, do you look presentable, and are you coming across as presentable in a professional way? There's some nuances, and there's certainly it's subjective, but I think that as a general rule, you kind of have an idea of what it means to be a professional. So definitely have that mindset before you step into the meeting. Second thing is have a clear understanding of the intended outcome of the meeting. This one is huge. Before any meeting that I go into, and for those people that work with me, we know that we will talk about, okay, we're having a meeting, and the meeting is about what? What's the intended outcome? Why are we having this meeting? So that when we're in the meeting, we do try to avoid going down rabbit holes, try to avoid going down what I call side streets. And if that does happen, have a plan, have an idea, have somebody identified who's going to maybe take some notes and have those other topics, which are probably very important, but not necessarily related to the outcome of this meeting. Have those set up as separate conversations so that they don't really get everybody sidetracked from why you're in this meeting. So know what your intended outcome is, and make sure that the intended outcome is a shared understanding with everybody. You may not be the one called for the meeting, but you certainly have and should. You should ask, hey, just so I'm clear, my understanding is that the meeting is for A, B, and C. Is that what everybody else is thinking? Oftentimes, the person that called a meeting or that's running a meeting, if they're organized and they're prepared, they'll begin the meeting by saying to everybody, here's what the outcome is and here is why we're having this meeting. So if that doesn't happen, certainly step up and lead in that way, because I'm sure everybody there is thinking they're there for the same reason, but they may not be. Know what the agenda is and what's expected of you. That's number 3. Know what the agenda is and what's expected of you. Come prepared. So know if you should have prepared something to bring, a presentation, information, a visual, feedback from some answers that maybe were assigned to you to bring that information to this meeting. Just know what it is that is expected of you in this meeting, okay? Very, very important. You don't want to come to the meeting, have it get to the topic that you're supposed to be prepared to speak to or give information on, and you're not ready. The fourth thing, have your information researched, and certainly prepare. So research your information. If you're going to be talking about costs on something, know what the costs really are. Okay, really, if you need a spreadsheet, if the meeting is about getting everybody on the same page as to what the costs are for something, well, make sure that you know that you've done your legwork and you know, for example, what the products are, what those costs are, what the quantities are, whatever it is that's expected of you, so that you're not guessing and you're not saying maybe, could be, should be, might be. Those are not confident words. And when you say those in a meeting, it indicates that you're really not prepared. When you're prepared, you know that this is what the information is. It is this, or it is that. It's not that it might be that or it could be that. It's important also, again, to be able to display that confidence, because that confidence where you know your information and you're prepared does go back to the first item I had, which was present yourself professionally. Number 5, have an understanding of the potential obstacles and be prepared to assist with those. Do not be the person in the meeting who is saying can't do this, can't do that, or throwing out what the problems are. Okay, be the person in the meeting that's prepared, where you might say, look, I ran into an obstacle. Here's what I suggest we do about it. I'm thinking we should maybe try this or this. What does everybody else think? So age old, come with solutions, not with problems. Express the challenges and the problems, but have ideas, have solutions. Don't just report the problems, okay? Come prepared. Come prepared. Do your homework. Don't look for other people to just give you the answers. Come prepared with ideas. Come prepared with solutions. Last one is ensure that you know the action items after the meeting. Oftentimes you'll have a meeting, leave the meeting, and everybody's like, all right, I got it, we're good, okay? And then everybody goes back to work and you have a follow-up meeting and you start the meeting off by saying, okay, we're here to talk about the action items and the progress from our last meeting. As you proceed through the meeting, nobody did anything, or very little was done. Have somebody in the meeting be sure that they are jotting down or noting what the action items are and who's responsible. Have that sent out to everybody so that everybody knows when they walk away what's expected of them, what the due dates are, the deliverables, so that when you have the follow-up that you really can get right into it and go back to come to the meeting, have a clear agenda, everybody's prepared. It all just flows. And hour-long meetings, really, they could be 15 minutes. They really could. So those are the 6 things I want to share with you. I encourage you to take them all, put them all into action, and stay disciplined. Stay committed to doing that. It'll make your meetings go quicker, smoother, and you certainly will really avoid going down the rabbit holes and going off on the side tracks that help that cause meetings to actually not be productive. I hope this was helpful. Love it if you could share it, like it. We're all about spreading information that's useful and helpful to people. And I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.